to get in the Resident Evil Lexus. And go show you guys the game plan for the unknown name yet. I've been jokingly calling it the Whitaker Plantation. So, not sure. If anybody wants to make a suggestion on what we should call the field where all the shenanigans are going to happen, feel free to comment, make a suggestion. But just going to show you guys the route. It's like 85 degrees a day, and thankfully, even though this Lexus is my toy and just a car to thrash in the field, AC works like a champ. So this drive is going to show you where we're going to put all the loads of dirt. I really need to get the rest of this bush hogged. It's pretty rough right there. That's why I didn't go that way. So, all right. Jump up here to the top of the car, stand on the roof rack. This whole section here, I'm gonna have bush hogged and clear. We might leave a couple of the trees because could have for some fun. But a lot of room here, a lot of room. Might end up removing the fence starting at this gate and down that way, because there's a nice elevation change going up, which might make for some really fun jumps and maybe a bank to slide. I'm not sure. I have a neighbor over there somewhere, so I didn't want to go too far this way because my property goes to the woods over there. And there's a neighborhood all the way behind that tree line there. And they're not happy about me being here. So that's why I kind of wanted to offset, bring it this way. That way, if the law does get involved, I'm far enough away from the road, far enough away from them, there's not really a complaint they can do. So what I'm thinking is some sort of oval track on the outside perimeter for us to do some junk car racing, some go-karts, stuff along those lines. And then in the center, technically the infield of the oval track, we'll do a couple tabletop jumps. I've got a couple of yard art cars. I got a Datsun 240Z that's not worth fixing. IS 300 parts car that's pretty stripped. We're gonna make jumps that go up to the sides of those cars, and the landing is gonna be on the other side. So you'll have a ramp up, a car, and then a ramp down. So we'll be able to jump cars technically, and those cars will be permanently established here. This will be where they die. And as you can see, my house, my farm, and everything's up that way. So a good ways out, away from everything, to where the dust shouldn't get on the cars and stuff parked up there. It'll still be a good time. So that's everything there. Should be a good time for the most part. We will see. I'm gonna jump down off this Lexus. As you can see, this is really grown up out here, except for where I drive all the time. But this is gonna be the hardest thing to clear out right here. Gotta clear all this. And if you look, it's as tall as I am. And there's sections that are taller. So some of this, a bush hog is not gonna handle very well. And you can see where the car's parked. It's definitely pretty high out here. So yeah. Anybody, and I mean anybody, make suggestions. If you have ideas. Oh, it's nice and cold in here. Ideas, suggestions. I mean, we can just run trees over because the Lexus does that. As you, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's definitely a good elevation change there. And we'll go out through here, see how far my property goes over. Ooh. Put my mirror back out. Gotta be able to see. It's not safe. Pretty grown up back here, but that's why I have off-road Lexus. I just run stuff over because my neighbor has a small yard that connects to my pasture. Yeah, right there, because he cuts his grass. I'm not going to drive on it because he's up there and a bit of a tool. Actually, you know what? He'll be all right. There's his house and property line, which technically I'm driving on his property right now, but I'm not tearing it up, so he'll be all right. Pine trees, just run them over. And this is me driving along the fence, or the fence line, the tree line. Back out on my trail. And another thing I plan to do here is get a skid steer over here and go through the woods and make some trails through the woods that the cars will get taken down, whether it be this car or a car that we're thrashing, destroying, whatever. I just like how this thing, I can literally just drive it through whatever. I know it sounds horrible, but hey, she takes it like a champ. And then, let's see, do some more exploring on the front side of my property. But yeah, all these trees buffer houses that you can kind of see the houses through the brush. So this is where drifting happens. I got weld the diff in this Lexus. So that thing is why the Lexus has bent suspension on the rear right now, because Jonathan Nairn hit it wide open. So this front section here, I was originally going to do the play area here, but the main road is right on the other side of these trees. Like literally, the road's probably 40 foot from me. I didn't want to be doing stuff that close to the road and risk possible legal issues as far as, you know, I'm sure they could say something like, oh, if the car gets out of control, it could jump the ditch and go into oncoming traffic, and then that would be a liability. Whatever. Thinking about doing an RC car track up there. I've got a friend of mine wanting to open a track, whatever. So that's a possibility for that front. But either way, I've got 20 acres to do whatever I want with, and it'll be a good time, that's for sure. Let's see if I can get this thing to get this e-brake to lock up. Where did my phone go? Hey. So she kind of gripped up and may or may not have just debeated a tire. Oh yeah, she's debeated pretty hard. Threw the car in and she just pushed right on into the ruts and the rough stuff. So I'm gonna go up here and jack this thing up, try to get this tire to hold air. I'm telling you guys, this car has been through immortal hell, and it takes every bit of it. Actually, I need to just pull it up to the door so I can use air. Yeah. Just got to the garage. Debeated. Frickin' beated. And here's how I'm going to end this video, guys. I've got multiple vehicles. In the comments, please pick what car you want me to do a video on. If you want, I will do an episode strictly about my lifted Cummins that's got some mods. Or we'll do a whole episode about the lifted Lexus. And maybe do some jumps and some dumb stuff with it for that episode. Or we could do an episode completely on my bagged GS 430 and do all the details on this car. Maybe go do some rolling videos, stuff like that. Or we can do an episode strictly on my Supra. And we can go over the build list of it, throw some videos in from it, me roll racing it, and doing burnouts and ripping it all over the Carolinas. Or we can do a video on the LSG35, full walk around, go through some details of this, include some videos of it drifting, track days, etc. And then I can also do my my supercharged VK56 G35. But I've actually already done a walk around video on that car on my channel. So if you scroll through my videos, you can find that video, check it out, watch it, comment. And yeah, so that's pretty much all my vehicles, except I do have a S13 coupe that was LS swapped, and I've owned it for like 10, 11 years, if not longer. Y'all pick a vehicle. I'll do a full episode on just that vehicle. And at that point, we will move forward from there. We'll do a vehicle at a time, but whichever vehicle gets the most comments, Supra, LSG, GS430, Lifted Lexus, Cummins, whatever. Y'all tell me what you want to see. I'll do a full feature on it. And yeah, we'll go from there. And if you want to see more, I'll give you more. And like I said, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna start buying cars just to destroy them in my backfield for you guys. So keep that in mind. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's rip some stuff, have a good time. Y'all make suggestions. You tell me what you want to see me do, we'll do it. And I might even do some videos on my saltwater tank if people are into that. I don't know. But yeah, so hit subscribe, comment with what you want to see, make some suggestions on what you would do in my field as far as jumps, tracks, obstacles, anything of that nature. So let's get it.